Good morning, Wildcats fans. We are at the CAA Center in Brampton. Game one of the provincial tournament. Wildcats squaring off against the Kingston Ice Wolves. Wildcats in their white jerseys, huddling up, getting ready for this first of three pool play games in this provincial tournament. Kingston down here in their Boston Bruins colors and their black and yellow, heading to the visitors bench. We got 12 minutes on the clock for period one. I think we're going 12, 15 for these provincials games. We've got Brockway, Clark, and Shula up front to start for the Wildcats. Hamill and Lafreniere behind. The players are fired up. The crowd is ready. Rep just discussing something quickly with the timekeeper as we are ready to roll. Puck is dropped and game on. Shula challenging. Number 11 flies that in. Cassidy Hopkins in net for the Wildcats today. Gets her first touch early, and that'll get us a face-off in the defensive zone. Puck back to number 91 for Kingston. We'll have to lean in here. Hamill and Shula now chasing. Shula gets a touch. That's back towards Hamill and back on the stick of the Ice Wolves. Shula now has a little bit of time. She looks up towards Brockway, but that is back to Kingston. Kingston plays it to Lafreniere, and she heads behind the net. Off to Shula on the left side, but now back to Kingston. They will skate behind. Challenged by Lafreniere, Nev able to get her stick on it. Sadie now challenging along the boards. Back towards Hamill. Wildcats looking to break out. They get it to Clark. Clark heading down the middle of the ice. She's challenged by one. Brockway knocks it ahead, and Clark will put that towards net. Audrey Carter now in on the left wing. She gets her first touch, puts that around, picked up by Kingston. More for Kingston. We'll put that towards net. Cassidy covers it up. Face off to come. Casey now in at center. Carter on the right. And Cameron on the left. Carter on the left, Cameron on the right. Casey heading down. She slides it. Shot is on. Saved. Good shot by Audrey Carter. Off a nice pass by Athena. Brooke Brewer takes it at the blue line. She goes off the boards. Back around to Stance. Stance looking. She's got some time. Gets that back out to Thompson. And Brewer has it in the neutral zone. Brewer goes off the boards. Casey picks it up, tries to play it to herself. She's challenged. Back into the neutral zone to Kingston. Number 2 for Kingston. Dumps it in and she'll go for a change. Sturdivant. Back. Gets that up to Stance. That's now back with Casey. Plays it to Stance. Kingston picks it up again. Thompson to McDougall. She's checked. Sturdivant heading back. Kingston behind the net. They play that in front. Picked up and over to Stance on the right wing. Kingston able to dump it in. Cass has got it under her glove. That's covered up for another face-off. That is around behind the net. McKenna Hamill heading to pick it up. She looks out towards Cameron. That's off the boards and live in the neutral zone. Brockway challenging. Cameron picks it up. She gets through one, gets through two. She's going to shoot it. Oh, off the crossbar and over top. Brockway in the corner now. Back around. Cameron chasing. That is played long, but it's going to be picked up by Lafreniere. Nev takes it behind the net. Stops. She's challenged. Kingston slides it in front. Big save by Hopkins. It's in front again. Dangerous situation here for the Wildcats. They get out of it. Hamill. Nice pass up to Casey. Casey and McDougall in the 2-on-1. Casey slides back in. That's in the net. Goal, Athena Casey. 1-0 Wildcats. Time of the goal, 8:14 left in the first. It was initiated by a nice pass out of the back. Good 2-on-1 opportunity. Casey had McDougall with her and had the angle. Took the shot, banged it home. Over towards Shula. She'll dump it in. Clark heading hard with Shula to chase. Brewer at the right D, chips that in. Kingston clears that. That should be an icing, and they do call that. Back will come. Casey at the dot. Clark tied up now behind. Kingston plays it around. Shula's there to pick it up. Puts it back around. Clark handles, but that ends up on a Kingston stick. And down they come versus Brewer and Dales. That's knocked into the neutral zone. They say they're back on side. I'm not sure, but Kingston in the circle now. Checked by Casey. Back out in front of the Wildcats bench, and that goes back to Charlie Dales. Dales heads behind the net. Having a look. Goes out the right side to Clark. Picked up by Kingston. They try to get it through the middle. They'll keep it in. And Brockway now challenging behind the goal line. 24 trying to get through, but Charlie Dale says no thank you. Gets that out to Shula. Shula handling, gets it up to Brockway. Clark with her. Looking for space. Two Kingston players there to defend. That's off the boards and back to Tegan Sturvant. Sturvant handles, looks up to Audrey Carter. She plays that into the offensive zone, but Kingston now coming back the other way. We've got number 29 coming down for Kingston. 3 Wildcats converged on her. That's towards net, picked up by Sturvant. Back out the wing to Grace Stantz. Stantz trying to chip and run. That is back to Kingston. Casey will try to get that out. Cross to Sturtevant. She knocks it down. Casey breaks that one up, and now it's back on the stick of Athena Casey. She sauces it up to Grace Stantz. She's going to have some clearance. Can Stantz get a shot off? She can, and that is into the glove of the Kingston keeper. Casey, Cameron, McDougall. Cameron back to Lafreniere. She fires one from long, knocked down by McDougall. Just off to the right of the net. McDougall. Challenge on the boards. Cameron in to help. Cameron picks it up. She hits Lafreniere. Back to McDougall. We got a stick in a skate, it looks like, over here. Katie McDougall tied up on the ice. Now back up on her feet. But she had a Kingston player's stick right between her blade and her skate. Cameron picks it up behind the net. She's challenged, tries to get it back out to Hamill. Now Casey over. They managed to keep it in. Hamill got a foot on that one. That's chipped past Lafreniere, picked up by McDougall. She's winding up. Can she get through? Checked. Cameron over to Lafreniere. Nev skates it in. She shoots it. Rebound. Released, and Brockway on the forecheck. Clark, Brockway, Shula keeps it in. That's a free puck. Who wants it? Brockway battling. Ooh, gets that to Clark. She looks for a shot. Couldn't get all of that one, but Brockway gets it back to her. She's got Lafreniere. Up at the point, Lafreniere, tries to go cross ice to Hamill. It does get there. And now we got Shula behind the net to Clark. Clark tries to go back to Shula. That's deflected by an Ice Wolf. And Lafreniere in front. Brockway tries to chip it towards the net. Kingston puck, and they will shoot it on net from long. Cassidy covering. Brockway at the dot. That's collected by Dales, and now Kingston with it. They fire one. That is saved. And a little discussion in front of the net there. Charlie Dales and one of the Kingston players, making sure she's protecting her goalie. Another face-off for Casey. Kingston and Brewer battling for the puck. Casey coming down. She gets through. She shoots just wide to the left. A rocket. Dales back to Carter. And back with Kingston. They go off the boards. Brewer's got space. She shoots. Rebound out towards the corner. Carter going after it. And Stance with her. Kingston fires that off the boards. And icing is the call. 3 minutes exactly remaining in the first period. Casey draws that back to Sturdivant. She puts it towards the net. Tapped by the Kingston goalie. And back out to Hannah Thompson eventually. Kingston 29 behind the net. Stance working to play that. Kingston coming out the left side. They sneak that by Thompson, and now Sturdivant able to pick it up. She goes off the boards to McDougall on the left wing. McDougall trying to chip it out. Kingston able to keep it in. Now McDougall battling in front of the bench. She's got 3 Ice Wolves with her, and Stance heads in to help. Grace Stance now. Oh, player falls down. Stance is going to have a shot. That is saved up and over by the Kingston goalie. Brockway into the feet of the ref, but now chipping. Now tripped by the ref. Is he going to call a penalty on himself there? No, he is not. And Kingston trying to work it out of the zone. They get it into the neutral zone. Sturdivant is in a foot race. She gets to it first. Cameron there to collect. Mikkel Cameron has got ahead of steam. Down she comes. 1-on-2. Slides it on net. Saved. Chipped up and out. And Kingston coming back the other way. That is a live puck, says the ref. Hamill trying to get that through to Brockway. Kingston now behind the net. Try the backhand. That one's out to Cameron. Brockway. And now with McKenna Hamill. Hamill skates it. Back to Lafreniere. Up to Clark. Clark tries to get through. That's back to Kingston. Shula on the back check, getting a piece of that, and Wildcats will pick it up behind the line. Just under 1 minute to go in the first. Pass through to Athena in the middle. Casey goes to the left. She's looking across, sees Clark. Slot shot just wide. Kingston with 33 seconds to go, trying to get it out. Shula challenging and back into the neutral zone. Casey on the job. Back to Shula. We still got 20 seconds to go. Time for a good shot here. Shula's got Casey with her. Has got Clark. Drops it to Clark. Backhand attempt. That's on net and saved. Got an offensive zone face-off with 13.6 to go. Casey draws it to Clark. Back to Brewer. That's intercepted. Brewer keeps it in. Back to Clark. Around the way. 6 seconds to go now. Shula on the check. That's up and out. And that will stay in the offensive zone, the ref says. 1.8 seconds on the clock now. They'll need to try to get a quick shot off here. See if Casey can draw it back. That's tied up over to Shula. And that's the buzzer. At the end of one, Wildcats lead 1-0. Back for the start of period 2. Wildcats moving right to left. And Kingston comes up with it off the face-off. Brewer falls down. Shot is on. Saved by Cass. Sorry, that maybe was Dale's. Shot on. Another save. Good first drive here for Kingston. Wildcats will have to buckle down here and get the puck out of the zone. Another shot on. That's 3 shots in the first 30 seconds for Hopkins, getting her involved right off. That's a 4th shot. Another save, and that one goes to Brewer. Brooke Brewer skating it down. She'll lead it in. Shot. Saved. Up. It's released. Stance trying to get the rebound, but that is back to Kingston. Casey stops it up at the blue line. That's off a skate to Brewer, to Casey, or to Stance, sorry, and dumped in behind the net. Carter puts that towards the middle. McDougall. Kingston knocked down. Cameron's skating in there. Thompson puts that one on net. And Sadie Clark over to the corner to pick it up. Kingston back checked by Cameron. Cameron dumps it behind the line. Clark trying to pick it up. Kingston challenging. That's to the middle to Cameron. She tries one. She's stopped up by the Ice Wolves, and now McDougall in for a try. Cameron tries another one. That one's blocked. Sturdivant. Kingston. Ice. Brockway, Shula. Stance. Brockway ties it up. Stance skates in. She's looking for space. Tries one. That's knocked down on the way. Brockway picks it up. Backhands it towards Shula. She goes hard behind the net to pick it up. Stops. Back to Brockway. Brockway, looking for Stance in the slot there. That's taken by Kingston, and they will get it out into the neutral zone. Back to Stance in the center circle. She heads in down the right. Tries a shot. It's deflected up and over, and Brockway heading next. Shula on the back check to Brockway. She puts that behind the net again. Lafreniere now on the boards. Backhands that, and it's picked up by the Ice Wolves. Rizzo for the Ice Wolves plays that long. Hamill on it. She goes out towards Shula. Vivi's got some space. Chips. And goes around. Tracked down by an Ice Wolf defender. And now they've got it in the middle of the ice. Casey challenging as they put that into the zone. Charlie Dale's now back behind the line. Dale's off the boards. Kingston's gonna fire a long one here. That's knocked down to Shula. She can't get it out, but able to block the next shot. Casey chips to herself. She's got some room. Casey on the breakaway. Backhand. Stopped. Casey stopping the breakout there, keeping the puck in the offensive zone for the Wildcats. Clark trying to play it to the front. Ice Wolves now heading out the left side. Casey on the back check, punts her down and deflects that pass. And now Brewer into the corner. Brewer out towards Clark. Clark tips it into the neutral zone. Audrey Carter chasing. Sadie Clark with it now. Another player down. Clark drops it off for Carter. That's played towards the net. Carter hustling to try to keep it in. Brewer able to hold her line. Gets it to Carter in the middle. Carter looking for space. Oh, swing and a miss by McDougall. And they will try again. Stance to Dales. Dales lines it up. Knocks down by Carter and saved. McDougall behind the line. Stance skating, drops it to Dales. Dales, oh, through to Cameron. She's stick checked. Back out to Brewer. She finds Dales on the left side. Dales shoots. Rebound is up. Puck is in front and in the glove. McDougall in on the draw. Cameron and Stance with her. Cameron over to Thompson. She fires one. Saved. Back off the boards to number 99 for Kingston. Someone needs to tell her you can't wear that number. Cameron behind the line, tries to wrap around. And where's the puck? We're not sure where the puck is. It is not in the net. Brockway plays it for Carter. Shot on by Shula. Oh, she took a shove in the head there. No call. Out it comes. No ice. Sturdivant spins. Gets it out. Nice passing there by the Wildcats. 2-on-1. Brockway. Shula. Brockway heads to the right. Stops. Looks through the center. Ooh. Can't quite get her stick on it. Sturdivant working to keep it in. Brockway. Stick checking. Kingston tries a shot. That's blocked down by Sturdivant. She gets it to Shula. Shula checked. Tegan Sturdivant down the left side. Ridden hard by an ice wolf there. Hamill skates over to keep that in, gets it back to Shula. Shula now behind the line. Stops, turns. Looks back to Hamill. Hamill tries to get it back to Shula. That's intercepted. And down it goes. Icing. Casey. Carter. Stance. Stance picks it up. Kingston with it now. Lafreniere keeping it in. Stance challenging. She picks the pocket of the Kingston Ice Wolf. And over towards Audrey Carter. Carter battling. Number 3 versus number 3 back there. Carter hangs on, and now Casey will get that back to Lafreniere at the blue line. Swing and a miss from Lafreniere, but able to keep the puck. Stance, looking for space, gets it to Casey. Woo. Lafreniere able to keep it in, and now we're in the neutral zone with Athena Casey. Back to Hamill. Hamill goes off the boards, and Stance will chase. 29 for Kingston picks that one up. Around the horn she goes. Back to Hamill. Hamill to Lafreniere. She shoots. And 2:54 to go in the second period. McDougall, Camerand, Clark, Dales, and Brewer out there for the Wildcats. We have a new Ice Wolf into the circle. Not that one, says the ref. Somebody else. We got number 19 now. McDougall wins that over, but that's picked up by Kingston. They ice it, but no call. Kingston behind the net, over towards Cameron on the wing. It's behind the net, wraparound attempt, stopped up by Hopkins. Off the boards and into the middle of the ice. Clark challenging. McDougall over on the puck, and now around. Brewer to Dales. Picked off, shot saved. Brewer through the middle. Camerand. Hustling. Clark keeps it in. Dougal down. Sturdivant against number 2. She's going to get a look, and Cassidy has got that in the glove. Brockway. Battling on the boards. Shot saved. Thompson gets that up to Clark to Shula, or to Stance to Shula. Shula shoots one wide to the right. Thompson pinching up. Stance behind. She has it on her stick. Gets it to Shula on the left side. She tries to go through the middle to Brockway. That's into the skates of the Kingston Ice Wolves, and around the horn it goes to Hannah Thompson. Thompson tries to fire it behind the line. That's stopped up. Thompson through the middle towards Shula. Can she get it? She does. Shot is on. Backhand save. Casey. Shot on by Clark. Sturdivant. Keeping that in. Casey covering. That's back into the neutral zone. Thompson to Sturdivant towards Carter. Whoop. And Thompson in the middle. Dumps it deep. Clark picks it up. Back to Carter. Carter's got Casey in front if she can get it to her. Too much pressure. And Kingston dumps it deep. Sturdivant down to it first. That's out to number 7. She tries one wide to the left. Clark over to the boards. She fires it. Thompson finds Audrey Carter. That is going to make its way to net. Rolling, rolling, rolling. And that's the buzzer on period 2. Wildcats still lead 1-0. Ready for period 3. They've got 12 on the clock again, so I guess we're 12, 12, 12. McDougall draws it back. We got Casey on the right wing now for this period. She rifles it across the Cameron. Shot is on but wide. Casey challenging. Lafreniere able to keep it in. She gets it back to Casey. Casey looking for Camerand, and that will go off the boards and back to McKenna Hamill. Hamill to Lafreniere. She gets it back to Casey. Casey through to Camerand. Camerand tries one. Off the backboards. Casey wraparound shot. And where is it? We got a whistle. I'm not sure why. Ref is pointing at the visor. And that'll get us a line change. Brockway, Clark. Dales behind the net, under pressure. Kingston able to get a stick on that one. They fire it through the middle. That's now out to Clark on the right wing. She is looking for Shula. That's picked up by the Ice Wolves and back deep to Charlie Dales. Dales off the boards. Shula there. Chips. Gets through. She's got Clark ahead of her. Gives it to her. Sadie checked on her way through the middle. Up to number 44. She's going to try one up and over and back to Shula. Shula, Brockway. Brockway having a look. She's got Clark on the right side. Finds her. She had Shula. Play broken up by the Kingston defender. Over it comes to Kingston at the red line. McDougall skating hard to challenge. 12 versus 12. Shot wide. Off the boards and around. McDougall, nice pass through the middle to Shula. Vivi heads down, gets by one. Tripped. No call. Shula looking for the penalty there, as was I. And that is back to McDougall. We've yet to have a penalty called in this game. It's been pretty clean thus far, but that definitely could have been a whistle. Stance challenging on the boards. Up to Kingston. Lafreniere slowing her down, and Audrey Carter off the bench skates in to pick that up. Carter plays it towards the net. Off to the boards by the Kingston goalie, and now Kingston trying to make their way down against Katie McDougall, who says no thank you, and off she goes. McDougall with it still. Hamill putting it behind a stance, challenged by the Ice Wolves. Hamill pinching, Brockway covering, able to pick it up. Brockway looking for room. She's got Carter behind the net, goes off the boards to her. That's deflected up, and Lafreniere skates in, gets a stick on it, and now we've got the Ice Wolves coming down. They dump that in early, but no call on the icing. Stance, chips. Cameron hustles, picks it up. She's through the middle. Shot on and saved. Brockway skating in to try another one. She goes back behind the net to Cameron. Cameron back to Brockway. And Hamill. Kingston trying to get past Casey, but she picks it up. Handles through the middle. Backhand. Rebound is up and in. Athena Casey getting it done for the Wildcats. That was a case of put it on net and see what happens. That was a sneaky one, up off the pads and in. Wildcats take a 2-0 lead. Whoop, they just put 3 on the board, but it should be 2, unless that's worth 2 for style. Casey down the right side again. Gets past. Casey looking to center. Cameron skates it through. She's got to look. Misses wide. Casey again slides that through, but that's to Kingston. They go high off the glass. Dale's trying to keep that in. That's into the neutral zone. They'll reset as Kingston picks it up in their end. McDougall on the forecheck first. Now gets it on the back check effort. On net. Hopkins saved, and a whistle. Brockway ties it up and able to pick it up eventually. it in. Clark. Oh, apparently was offside, says the ref. So they'll reset. Kingston through the middle. Brockway got a stick on it. She heads over for a nice check. That's back behind the net with Thompson. Over to Clark. Clark through the middle. Gets it to Shula. Vivi, back checked hard. Thompson gonna pick that up and try one. Oh, that's off the chest of Brockway. Brockway playing it towards Clark. She'll have to get back on side. She does. Brockway dumps it deep to the left. Shula down there, but Kingston coming up with it. Number 7 heading down ice for the Wolves. Good pass from Thompson through the middle to McDougall, but that was broken up. Sturdivant to Shula. Sturdivant now back the other way to Thompson and back to Sturdivant. Now she's got room for Shula. Shula lifts it to the middle. Can Stance get to it? Not quite. A little far. And Shula now gets it to Katie McDougall. McDougall checked. She's on her knees. Tries to shoot it. That's off into the corner. 5 minutes to go in this game. Ice Wolves through the middle. Audrey Carter picks it up. McDougall up to Stance. Stance tries one, that's wide. Over to Carter. That one slides to Hamill. Brockway. Lafreniere, she tries one. Ooh, tipped up. Oh, another rebound. Almost there for Audrey Carter. And Nev Lafreniere hustling back to pick that up. Lafreniere to Hamill. She looks through. That's off of Kingston's skate. And Cameron racing down. Kingston able to get to that one first. Brooke Brewer with it. Gets it to Dales. Charlie Dales up towards Cameron. Casey now. Hard on the right wing. She's got it behind the net. Looks in front. The D's collapsed. She gets it up to Dales. Now challenge from behind, and Brewer's got it in the neutral zone as they reset. Brewer skates it in. Charlie Dales hustling. Plays it over to Brewer's side. Dales didn't get all of that one, but Wildcats able to recover. Brockway through the middle. Claire Brockway dumps it in with 3 minutes on the clock. Athena Casey heading in on the forecheck. She's going to pick that one up, but that's now tapped back by the Ice Wolves, and they will try to exit out their left side, stopped up by Thompson for a second, and now back to Sturdivant. McDougall, nice pass to Shula. Shot by McDougall. Clark on the rebound. Third goal. Sadie Clark. McDougall with the first shot. Rebound out, and Clark banged that one home. That will now make the score actually 3-0 for the Wildcats. They're going to put it up there with 2:33 to go in the third period. Shula over the left side. Challenging. That did squeak out. Kingston down the left side. McDougall challenging. Whoop, there's the puck. Hasn't had a lot of possession here lately. Clark lays that gently over for Shula. Brockway skating hard with her. Shula's gonna shoot one. Oh! Off the post! Brockway almost putting that home. And that is saved. Shula went down hard behind the net there. After her shot, she's skating awkwardly here. Hopefully she's all right. Brockway lays it behind, working the stick, trying to get possession back. That's over to Hamill now. Hamill to Carter. Carter spins around, tries to keep possession, gets it to Brockway behind. Brockway finds stance in the middle. Backhand! Shot by Carter, saved. 1:20 to go in the game. Wildcats need to keep the pedal to the metal here, as in this format of 7 pools. Every game and every goal is important. Lafreniere out the wing, and that's back to Brockway. Brockway to Stance. Great stance with 49 seconds left, heads in. Knocks it around. Carter. It's a little glove tap there by the Ice Wolves. And here comes number 24, but not before Brewer and McDougall converge. McDougall has some room. She plays it forward to herself. Katie McDougall with a breakaway. She's held, but no call. McDougall tries again. Scooped up and saved. So this one is all but over. 7:27 seconds, 7.22 seconds left in the third period. As McDougall wins the face-off. Cameron's going to fire one. Another save. Released. Casey behind the net. Tries one more time, and that is it. Wildcats win the first game of this provincial tournament, 3-0.